Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you had a great morning this morning. It is Monday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. I had something planned for today, but I think I'm going to hold off in the next couple of days. I want to wrap up my from A to Z, showing my vinyl collection. This is going to be the end of C's. But what I had planned, there's a contest going on from Mike at MGK Boston, a push to 400 subs, and I really want to join up his and enter his contest to support him as well as I try to support others. It's just going to take me a couple of days to prepare. It's a kind of a unique contest as well. So I'll be doing that in the next couple of days, definitely sometime this week. But I just wanted to finish up and wrap up the C's. This is going to be part 7 of the C's from my vinyl collection from A to Z. And let's get started. This is an amazing, amazing supergroup. This is Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Their debut album. You got Sweet Judy, Blue Eyes, Marrakesh Express, Guinevere, You Don't Have to Cry, Pre-Road Downs, Wooden Ships, Lady of the Island, Helplessly Hoping, Long Time Gone, and 49 Bye-Byes. Of course, with David Crosby, Stephen Stills, and Graham Nash. Amazing, amazing stuff. Amazing harmonies. And very, very influential group as far as that goes. Formed in 1968. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Also as a group, but as well as individuals. So David Crosby was inducted with the Byrds. Graham Nash was inducted with the Hollies, and Stephen Stills inducted with Buffalo Springfield. 1969 debut, as I said. Amazing, amazing album. The only album released without Neil Young, as Neil Young would join later on and become Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. But yeah, there you go. It's on cool red Atlantic label. You don't see that label too often. I don't see that label too often. Includes the lyric sheets as well. And yeah, one of my favorite albums. It's just remarkable. Awesome stuff. Also, speaking of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, this is Four-Way Street. Live album on the Atlantic label. I've got to fix that plastic inside. I just realized that. That's terrible. It's a Canadian pressing. Double album. First live album as well. #1 album also. Live from the Fillmore East, June 2nd to the 7th in 1970. The LA Forum, June 26th to 28th in 1970. And Chicago's Auditorium Theater on July 5th, 1970 as well. But what a great, great album this is. Double album. And yeah, you've got On the Way Home, Cowgirl in the Sand, Southern Man. So each individual sang their own songs, obviously. Teach Your Children, Don't Let It Bring You Down, Ohio, Triad, 49 Bye-Byes, Carry On, The Lee Shore, Love the One You're With, Find the Cost of Freedom, Chicago, Pre-Road Downs, Right Between the Eyes, and Long Time Gone. So yeah, it's a remarkable, remarkable album. Four-Way Street. And again, each individual having their shining light. Great album. Great album. I'll put that back later. Mr. J.J. Cale. This is the only album I have of him, and it's not a bad album at all. It's really, really good. Unique sound. There he is there. It's on the Shelter label. Um, American singer, songwriter, guitarist. He's worked with big acts like Mark Knopfler, Eric Clapton, Waylon Jennings. Started way back in 1958 and worked right up to 2013 when unfortunately he passed away at the age of 74. This is his second album released in 1972. A ton of artists on here. Too many to name. But yeah, really amazing artist. And I really like this album. I haven't listened to it in a bit, so I may throw it on sometime this week and listen to it. But J.J. Cale, check him out for sure. And speaking of who he worked with, one of my favorite artists. I know this guy gets a lot of slack in the vinyl community, but you can't deny his talent. And I happen to show the last in my, because I'm only doing 10 albums at a time. This is 7 of his albums from Mr. Eric Clapton. You know, take all of his ideas and political ideas out of the picture. He's still remarkable. One of my favorites, again, rock and blues and amazing singer-songwriter, obviously an amazing guitarist. One of the most influential guitarists in rock history. And again, despite his recent theories on stuff, you can't deny that. Ranked second on the list of 100 greatest guitarists of all time. And amazing artist. Started way back in 1962. Of course, again, so many bands to name. It would take an hour to name all the bands he was in. But an amazing solo artist as well. Self-taught, which is cool. I saw him in Ottawa on his Pilgrim tour. Thought he was a roadie coming out, just this guy in t-shirt and blue jeans. But the first note, you could tell it was Clapton. Bonnie Raitt backed him up. It was an amazing concert. This is his 5th album, Slow Hand, one of his most commercially successful albums. Again, on that RSO label. Cocaine, Lay Down Sally, Wonderful Tonight. Just amazing album. His 6th album, 1978 release, Backless. Kind of got an embossed album cover there. It's again on that RSO label. Backless, again, 6th album, 1978, produced by Glyn Johns. We don't know who that is. Yeah. Watch out. What's on here? You've got Walk Out of the Rain. Watch Out for Lucy. I'll Make Love to You Anytime, written by J.J. Cale, who I just spoke of. Roll It. Tell Me That You Love Me. If I Don't Be There by Morning. Early in the Morning. Promises, Gold Ring, and Tulsa Time. Cool album. Backless. Then we have another Ticket, the 7th album by Clapton. Again, RSO. 1980 release. You got I Can't Stand It. Gary Brooker from Procol Harum plays keyboards and backing vocals on this one. Albert Lee does some guitar work on this one as well. Really good album. There they are there, speaking of. Gary Brooker. Albert Lee. Then you've got David Marquis on bass. I don't know all the rest of these players all that well. Chris Stanton on keyboards. Henry Spinetti on drums. Of course, Eric on guitar. Sorry for the glare. But pretty darn good album. Another Ticket. They have August. Cool cover. This is on Duck Records. Cool label. Another August is the 10th album by Clapton, 1986 release, produced by Phil Collins. Behind the Mask, It's in the Way That You Use It. I love that track. And Tearing Us Apart. Great, great album. August. And then we have live album, Just One Night. Double album, again on that RSO label. Just One Night, live at the Budokan Theater in 1979. You've got Tulsa Time, Early in the Morning, Lay Down Sally, Wonderful Tonight, If I Don't Be There by Morning, Worried Life Blues, All Our Past Times, After Midnight, Double Trouble, Setting Me Up, Blues Power, Rambling on My Mind, Cocaine, and Further on Up the Road. Albert Lee's on this one as well, which is cool. Again, a great double live album by Clapton. Then we have Live in the 70s from the Timepieces. Timepieces Volume 2, this is. You got Freddie King on here as well. There he is there. Timepieces, it's a 1983 release from Budokan, Fillmore East, and I can't read my writing here, sorry. Fillmore East, maybe it doesn't say. Astrodome, sorry. In Blackbush, Astrodome. So you got Tulsa Time, Knocking on Heaven's Door, If I Don't Be There by Morning, Rambling on My Mind, Presence of the Lord, Can't Find My Way Home, Smile, and Blues Power. Great album. And finally, compilation album as well. This is Forever Man. This is a 2015 release. Double album of some of his best stuff. Okay. You've got Gotta Get Over. I got Rock and Roll Heart. Any Way the Wind Blows with J.J. Cale. Again, very compilation. Very collaboration, with J.J. My Father's Eyes, Motherless Child, Pretending, Little Queen of Spades, Bad Love, Behind the Mask, Tears in Heaven, Change the World, Call Me the Breeze, Forever Man, Riding with the King with BB, It's in the Way That You Use It, Circus, Got You on My Mind, Travel Alone, and Revolution. Fantastic, fantastic album. Sounds amazing too. Really, really recorded well. So there you have it, guys. There's the end of the C's. Finally, getting into the D's in the next few days. Again, this work schedule really kicking my butt. But anyway, love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye now.